Hey, everybody, welcome to our podcast called Cheesy Popcorn, where we talk everything movies and beyond. I'm here with, my name is Annivar, and I'm here with my co host, Mr. Chris Smiles, who is the host of.
New on Music Row right here on the Rise Network as well.
Correct. And I am the co host of Can I Call You Dad with my
That's
son
also
Andrew.
correct.
We have our last episode coming up.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. We had two challenges this season. One was cooking. I'm going to slightly give him the edge on that one.
Okay.
And then he challenged me to pickleball, and as you know, I am just so close to being a pro in pickleball, provided that I'm playing against people in wheelchairs for the most part, but still a pro. At any rate, it'll be fun. We had a good time. Chris was nice enough to come out with Andrew's wife Autumn and film us at a park, and we got lucky. There was really nobody there, and it was a great day.
Yeah, it was hot and humid though.
It was hot. It was a little muggy, but that doesn't bother me because I'm from a Caribbean island, as you know.
Oh.
So this week we both had an opportunity to see a sequel, a 20-year-old sequel. I think
Has
it's
it
20 years, right?
Yeah, that's about right.
I think it's 20.
Yeah.
With Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore 2.
Only available on Netflix.
Only on Netflix.
Yes.
That is correct.
Got to say that first. It's not in theaters. This is the first movie that we have reviewed that is on a streaming platform.
That is true.
We'll probably do some more along the way because not everybody goes to the theater. Some people watch stuff on streaming.
Yep. And I had to go find someplace that I could watch Netflix on because I don't have it. So.
Oh. Well, we will. I'm sure somewhere along the way we can get you a subscription somewhere.
Possible. If not, I actually got to watch it. My other son is just opened a auto repair shop called B Bear Auto Repair in Downers Grove on Ogden. You should go check it out, folks. And he has Netflix, and he's got a TV in his waiting room. So while I got my oil changed
there you go.
and my brakes checked, I was able to watch the movie. So how about that? A twofer.
A twofer for a movie that is number 2. So there we go.
Number 2, yeah. So I'll let you go first and see what you thought and see if it lines up with what I thought.
Happy Gilmore 2, of course, featuring Adam Sandler and a slew of cast members from the previous show. A lot of cameos, as I will call them.
Yep.
And then some interesting casting for some of the... shall we say, villains of the film. Multiple villains in the film, as a matter of fact. Not giving too much away here, but Happy Gilmore comes back from retirement, I guess you could say, or maybe, should we say it? Well, spoiler alert this one, alcohol addiction. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I guess that's what you'd call it. I didn't see it that way, but okay.
Well, okay. Maybe it was just me. Maybe that's the way I looked at it, but it seemed like he became an alcoholic. And that was kind of the way that things happened. Of course, because of, depression and things of that nature, because his wife passed away, which is revealed in the movie. So that's a spoiler alert as well, too.
Right.
But
all in all, it's been out for a while, so I don't think we're going to spoil or
Well, you never know. Well, I know some people at work who haven't seen it yet, and we were talking about what we were going to review for movies this week on the podcast. I was talking with them at work, and they were like, oh, Happy Gilmore 2. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that yet. So maybe spoiler for some, maybe not so much for others. But all in all, it was an entertaining film. They do say in the movie industry that the sequels kind of tend not to be that great.
There have been a few.
There have been a few that have cracked.
Better than the original, I believe.
Yes, I do that.
They're far and few between.
They are very far and few between, and I think that's the thing, is that most sequels are kind of eh. I don't know about Happy Gilmore 2. There were bits and pieces. I laughed throughout the entire movie, but that's because I'm 12 sometimes, and I have the humor level of a 12-year-old. So if you take this movie as an Adam Sandler movie from the get-go and you don't expect too much of it, I think you're going to be thoroughly entertained by it. Total Adam Sandler jokes and everything like that throughout the movie. By the way, I don't know if you know this or not, he's had his family featured in like the last 3 or 4 movies that he's done with Netflix. That's been a thing. So his daughters are in the movie, his wife's in the movie, and that happened here as well too. So, like I said, it was entertaining. I wanted a little something more from it. It was kind of like this, okay, we're going to see Happy get back, and then he's going to go golfing and stuff. And there's a whole new way to play golf in there that kind of takes things to a whole nother, like, OMG level, so to speak. And I think that might have been put in there to maybe entertain the younger crowd who is expecting things to be a little bit different, so to speak.
Could have been.
But all in all, like I said, I thought it was entertaining. I'm glad that it was streaming. I don't know if I would have gone to see it in the movies. It didn't really make me go, "Ooh, I want to see that." But you know, we when I watched it, our 16-year-old had watched it, and she's like, "You guys are gonna love it." And like I said, I don't know if I loved it. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to give it a review, I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was funny, predictable, and Adam Sandler all in one, I guess is the best way to put it. Interesting twist on the golf. That made it a little bit interesting. But some of the stuff just seemed like, what are we doing? So I don't know. That's what I came up away with it. What did you?
I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Here's Happy Gilmore 2 was not my happy place.
Yes. Okay.
To quote the movie itself, there were a bunch of things I thought were wrong. I gave it a 5 on a scale of 5 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
I'd give it a 5, and that's being really generous, I believe. I think the writing was nowhere near as clever as the original.
No.
The storyline was not believable at all to me. I thought Adam Sandler sleepwalked through this role.
Okay. Yeah.
Totally. I thought the cast of characters, Chubb's son with the wooden hand, totally stupid. I thought his kids were way too out of control to be believable. The wife story from the get-go, as a comedian, that's based on an old golf joke about two guys who go out golfing, and the one guy tees off and accidentally hits his wife in the head, and she dies. He gives up golfing, and his buddy gets him to go back to golf after a couple of years. He goes, "You got to go." They go to the same course. I'm speeding this up, obviously, but they go to the same course. He gets to the same shot that he had when he accidentally hit his wife, and he kind of stops for a little bit, and his buddy says, "Hey, what's going on?" He says, "Well, this is the same spot, 2 years ago." And his buddy goes, "Oh, yeah." He says, "Don't you remember?" And his buddy goes, "Yeah, I remember." And his buddy says, "I shot a 7. That's the joke. Now, that's funny. I didn't think that was funny at all. And they, kind of keep bringing her back.
Yeah.
I thought was stupid. I thought the maxi golf thing was stupid. It was mini golf meets regular golf. And to me, it was just, I don't know, they just figured out something that was really stupid. I like Ben Stiller. I hated him in this role completely. Totally unnecessary. Sorry. The cameos I thought were really dumb. I thought they just came out of nowhere for no particular reason. When you have it, Naked Gun 2, they had that little cameo of Priscilla, which was nice. I think it could have been a little longer.
You mean Naked Gun, the reboot, right?
Naked Gun, the redo. What Naked Gun 2?
The reboot. No, 2 would have been 2.5 with Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, so yeah, the one with Leslie Nielsen. I thought that cameo was okay. It should have been a little bit longer, I thought, but that was okay. These were just too many, too much. I think the worst part of this, to me, was the whole drinking thing. The golf ball was a drink. The remote was it was just, it was stupid. And again, going back to Naked Gun, they did it with the coffee. That someone was always handing them coffee, and it just kind of got funnier as it went along because they were in whatever weirder situation. They're at a crime scene. That was funny to me. They're called callbacks, by the way, in the comedy world. It was kind of pathetic. And that's why the whole thing with Ben Stiller and Alcoholics Anonymous, and he said, we call it Elky now. It seemed like Ben Stiller was trying to reprise his role in Dodgeball, where he was great. He was great in Dodgeball. But I thought he brought that character to this movie, and it didn't work for me. Other people might love it. And I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler to begin with, but I am a big fan of the original Happy Gilmore. I mean, when Bob Barker and Adam Sandler had that fight, to me, I peed my pants laughing. Now they tried to replicate that with Shooter, and the Shooter McGavin character was kind of funny, but it's just not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough funny. The whole mental institute and that, I don't know. I think they took a really good movie, waited 20 years, and forgot how good the original was, and just made a movie to make a movie with his family, I guess. I didn't know about that, and his friends, and all these cameos, and to me, a really stupid, unbelievable storyline.
Yeah. And maybe I was being a little generous with my rating.
You can't change it now.
No,
I already gave it a 5.
I'm not going to change it. I just said I was probably being a little generous because hearing some of the things that you were talking about, I was kind of like, yeah, I was looking at it from an entertainment standpoint. If you expect Adam Sandler from the beginning, then I think you're going to keep the bar low.
And I do.
Yeah.
I do. Even in Happy Gilmore, I kept it low. But he surprised me because he played that role really, really well. And he didn't play that role here at all.
Well, I don't
in
think
my opinion.
I don't think he had to. See, I've listened to a lot of his comedic albums.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got into him like pretty heavily when I was in my 20s, mid 20s or early 30s, I think it was. And I listened to a bunch of his comedy albums. And the same thing happened with his comedy albums that happened with his movies. They got worse over time.
Yeah.
So when I came into this, I was like, it's not going to be that great. It's going to be okay. And you know, it's just what it is. I think some people will say that you know,
Some people are going to love it.
Right, exactly. And like I said,
And that's okay.
Giving it a 7 is generous, but I think that's because if you go into it from the aspect of understanding that it's an Adam Sandler movie and it's going to be some of the same stuff you've already seen with some new stuff added in. And I agree with you too. The alcoholism thing was just way over the top for me, and I was like, okay, I get it.
It was
You're
kind of
depressed.
But it was depressing. You know, I thought it was really taking a really cheap shot at alcoholism, and that, you know, there with, especially with the Ben Stiller character, to me, I don't know, I didn't find anything funny in there. I was being generous with a 5, to be honest with you. I really was.
And I agree with you there too. The Ben Stiller character though, in the first movie, in the first Happy Gilmore, you know, when he was this very, very small role in that movie, and I was surprised when he was like in a
what was his
decent
role
portion.
In the first one? I don't even
he
remember
was
it.
When Grandma was in the nursing home.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy who was like, how about a glass of milk to
Yeah.
shut you the whatever or something
Yeah.
like that. I forget what the line is, and that was it. That was
And that's
his
how
role.
that's how forgettable that role was
And-
to me. I didn't even remember that part.
And even more so because then he took what he started with that character, he added in probably what you were saying about Dodgeball.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think maybe a little bit more of Zoolander was in there as well too.
Maybe.
And then
maybe.
he threw it all together and tried to make it so much more.
Yeah.
And it just, honestly, I think he was better in Happy Gilmore 1 with that small little role
Yeah, I
as
forgot
opposed to
about
the larger role that he was there.
Yeah.
Was how about a nice tall glass of shut the hell up? I think that's the line from
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore 1. But anyway, so yeah, all in all, you know, I mean, it's one of those. I'll watch it once and probably never watch it again. So
And nepotism doesn't always work in movies. I mean, I love that Adam Sandler likes to take care of his friends, even if it's just a cameo. But, you know, I don't know. It was below sophomoric for me.
yeah.
And I like sophomoric humor. You know, scary movie, Naked Gun, all the Mel Brooks stuff. But it's clever sophomoric. And this was not, in my opinion, at all. So
No, not clever at all.
so
there you go.
That.
See Happy Gilmore 2 if you want to. Don't listen to our reviews. You don't have to.
No, listen. I don't listen to reviewers anyway. I see more movies that Siskel and Ebert put down that I enjoyed the hell out of than anything else. And here's my rant on movies nowadays: is movies. I'm 70 years old. When they were making movies back in the day, they made a character and they brought an actor in to be that character. They tend to make movies now based on the actor. Mm-hmm. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise in every movie. Adam Sandler's Adam Sandler in every movie. And that's how movies are made now. They're not. You don't walk away talking about the character like you used to. Like Dustin Hoffman at Tootsie, when he became Tootsie, the next day when people were talking about the movie, we were talking about what Tootsie did and what Tootsie said, and not what Dustin Hoffman said. Nowadays, it's Tom Cruise did this, Tom Cruise did that. You don't talk about the characters as much anymore because actors are not becoming the characters. The characters are molding themselves to whoever the actor is at the moment, I think. And that's an Adam Sandler formula.
I think that's the shift with Hollywood, though. I think
I
as
agree.
Hollywood grew
Yeah.
to what it's grown into now, I think they've realized that, we need to let the actors do what the actors are going to do, and then
Right.
that's what's going to be it. And I think a lot of scripts out there are kind of just fluff because of that.
True.
In a hopes that they're going to have somebody that's going to have this historic moment or something like that on film and just be what it is.
Right.
I mean, and there are people in the audience who are going to hate me for what I'm about to say, but I don't need another Mission Impossible movie at all, ever again. That's just me.
All right, that's the end of this show, ladies and gentlemen. I am not doing another podcast with this guy. He doesn't like Mission Impossible. Actually, I like the TV series better than the Mission Impossible movies, to be honest with you.
I agree, too. I think the TV series was better as
Yeah.
well. Don't get me wrong. I think the first 3 Mission Impossible movies were good, and then after that, I was kind of like, it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Well, that's my point.
Right.
That's my point. I mean, Spencer Tracy was a different character in every movie he played. Clint Eastwood is a different character in every movie he plays. You can go all the way back to Citizen Kane, Orson Welles. Mm-hmm. You know, Orson Welles played a bunch of different roles. Mm-hmm. And again, when you talked about the movie the next day, you talked about the role and not the actor. And I think that's today, you're not doing that anymore. There are a few actors out there who do embody the role really well.
Yes.
There's a few.
Yes.
Daniel Day-Lewis comes to mind.
Just about to say him.
Yeah. My Left Foot is totally different than any other role he had done before that.
And I absolutely love him in Lincoln.
Yes.
Absolutely love him. Yeah. But he also
Who's
poured
the other
his
guy?
life
Plays a lot of bad guys all the time, too.
Into it.
He was in with Clint Eastwood in Line of Duty. And I can't think of his name. There was actually a movie inside him. And I'm blanking on the name. If you look it up, we'll say it. Malkovich.
Oh, John Malkovich.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely amazing.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah, I haven't seen Line of Duty, but yeah, John Malkovich is probably one of my top 5 actors of all time. Yeah. So yeah, I got to.
And the movie, I think Inside John Malkovich was the movie.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what actors were back in the day. There's a story about Jimmy Cagney going for an audition for a movie way back. Jimmy Cagney was another one of those guys. I mean, he played a lot of gangster roles that were the same, but he played other roles too. Like he did Yankee Doodle Dandy and some other movies. But he tells a story that he went to an audition for a studio, and he did the audition, went well, and they said, you know how to roller skate, right? Because there's some roller skating in the movie. And he said, of course I do. And then he left and he went to a roller skating rink and he learned how to roller skate.
Right.
Because that's how it was back then.
Actors
did everything.
They still do that today.
They do some.
Not
so
as much as they used to. You're
not so much.
Right.
But back in the day, you didn't say no. You went and learned it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we'll move on to coming up. What's coming up?
So movies coming out today, or tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Highest to Lowest, which features Denzel Washington. He's coming back to the big screen.
Anything with
He's
Denzel?
been away
I just saw Equalizer 3.
Been away from the big screen for a while, so good to see him coming back. Nobody 2 with Christopher Lloyd and Nick Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk?
Isn't it Bob?
I don't know why. I thought it was Nick. Okay.
I think it's Bob.
It could be right. They call it a dark comedy, but as you and I have kind of had a discussion about, it seems more like an action type movie.
It's kind of like a Death Wish.
Yeah.
To me. And then, it's based on, I don't know if you know, the original Nobody was based on a home invasion at Odenkirk's house.
Yes.
That he was able to lock the home invaders in the basement. And then he was disillusioned with how law enforcement handled things. Mm-hmm. And so he was imagining, if I was a badass, what would I do? And that's how Nobody came. Now, Nobody 2 is a sequel to that, similar to Death Wish. Death Wish 2. Enough is another one with Halle Berry. There's another one, Army of One, I believe it is, with Jodie Foster. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of these vigilante movies that where regular people go out and do stuff. And so, I like those kind of movies. I enjoy them because they're fast-paced.
Right.
Sometimes they get a little over the top. Like, I like the Equalizer movies, but there's a lot of gratuitous, really graphic stuff there. Like, I wouldn't take my 13-year-old to see it at all because it's just too much.
I don't think I'd take anybody under the age of 15 to go see any of those.
Yeah,
Equalizer
I don't even
movies.
think 15. I think it's just I don't know. I think that's what Nobody 2 is coming. It does have Sharon Stone.
Yes.
And Chris Lloyd. Love them both. So, Chris Lloyd has come a long way from his days on Taxi.
Yes. Yes, he has.
Hasn't he? I love him on Taxi. He was Jim Ignatowski. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
If you're too old to remember Taxi, look it up. Go on YouTube and watch and look for the episodes with Jim Ignatowski featured.
the funny thing is that I always I'm a big fan of Back to the Future movies.
Yeah.
And Doc Brown reminds me of Jim Ingetowski. So
Yep.
that's kind of funny. Also coming out this week, Americana featuring Sydney Sweeney, and then Witchboard, which I'm interested in just because of the premise of the movie. But we'll see. I haven't watched any previews on it yet or anything. I haven't really seen any previews on the movie, to be honest with you.
I haven't either.
I think this is one of those just came out of nowhere, so to speak. But anyway, I think what we're going to do next week, is we're going to review Nobody 2.
Nobody 2. We'll go check it out
We'll check it out and then give you the word on that. So it's kind of an action film.
It's an action film.
And because of that, we've decided that we're going to give our top 2 action films of all time, the ones that we like.
The ones that we like.
Our opinion.
Doesn't mean you like them.
Because everyone's got an opinion. They're just like something else.
Like a nose.
Yeah, like a nose. There you go.
Or lower. All right, I'll give you my second.
Okay. Oh, we're starting bottom up. Okay.
I'm going to start bottom up.
Okay.
National Treasure, Nick Cage.
Oh. Ooh.
It's just nonstop.
I like both of those. And you know what's even cooler? I don't know if you've watched this or not, but the TV series on Disney Plus.
I watched it a little bit. I don't know.
It was entertaining.
The first National Treasure just surprised the hell out of me. How good it was written, fast paced. I love the villain. You know, Vigo is a great villain. You have now I'm blanking on his name. Who was a cop trying to catch them? What was his name? Darn it, can't think of his name. And I can see his face clearly. Ends up being a Templar knight because he's got the ring. You'll find it quick enough.
John Voight?
No, John Voight was the dad.
Justin Bartha?
Nope, he was a kid.
I don't. Oh, Ed Harris?
No.
Oh, I'm striking out here. What was the character name?
He was a cop. He was the detective trying to catch them. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's a terrific actor. You'll know him.
Sean Bean?
No. You looking at 1 or 2?
I'm looking at 1. National Treasure 1.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel?
Harvey Keitel.
Oh, there we go.
He's another guy that takes the role, by the way.
Yes.
He's another actor.
He's really good in Reservoir Dogs.
Yes, he's another actor.
Yeah.
So that's my...
so National Treasure. All right, I like that pick. I like that pick a lot.
Surprise one.
That came out about the same time as a couple other like treasure hunter kind of movies. I think the Annalena Jolie Tomb Raider came out somewhere around that time.
Yeah.
And then also
and that was good.
The movie, yeah, that was entertaining. Being a fan of the Tomb Raider franchise, I was kind of like, okay, I was kind of like, she's not really Laura Croft, but that was just me. And then also around that same time, the book from Dan Brown that everybody was like, are you kidding me? The Da Vinci Code. All the Catholics were like, don't read this book. It totally like, does this and that. It totally rips apart Catholicism and stuff like that.
I read that book in 3 metro rides to downtown from Downers Grove. 3. And my younger son, he wants to see the movie. And I said, well, you should read the book first.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, we'll read the book and then we'll go see the movie. I said, okay. So I was flying through the book.
Yeah,
and
I
so
did too.
We were talking, and I said, how are you coming on the book? And he said, well, I'm in chapter 4. And I said, oh, cool. What do you think of the albino monk? And he said, there's no monk. I said, yeah, the albino monk. What do you think of that character? He goes, there's no monk. I said, okay. So I let it go. And then we went to see the movie. And the albino monk came up. And he looked over at me with these, like, confessional eyes. Just like, oh, shit.
You didn't read the book.
I didn't say anything. I watched the movie. I saw the monk. I looked over at him. He looked over at me, and we knew. We knew he was caught. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, so what's your...
that's funny. My number 2, runner-up, whatever you want to call it, The Fugitive.
Yep, excellent.
With Harrison Ford.
Surprisingly good.
Absolutely. And, of course...
And I'm in it, almost.
Yeah.
As I mentioned to you before.
That's not why I brought it up. But, yes, you're, like, behind somebody on, like, something or something like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yeah.
The big WLS, Circle 7, in the background, a big high platform. I'm right down below that with
Which
Frank Matthew.
And you're never seen on camera though.
Never seen on camera, but I know I was there. I saw Tommy Lee and I saw Harrison Ford run out first. Then I saw Tommy Lee run out into the crowd. I saw him. You know where he does the jump?
Yeah.
I saw that
Okay.
from my vantage point. It was very cool.
Nobody's disagreeing.
And
with
that's
you
a
on
great. That was terrific.
Yes, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's never going to live up to the TV
No, it
series.
did.
It's not going to do this.
did.
The one-armed man, this, blah
Yep.
blah 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 blah."
It did.
And then it came out, and it was absolutely amazing. And being a fan of Harrison Ford as a kid because of the Star Wars movies and then also Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Yep.
I was like, "This is Harrison Ford at his finest." Now he can never do that movie again, not at this age.
No.
He's proven that in the latest Raiders of the Lost Ark movie, but.
Yes.
Nonetheless, awesome movie. Just an amazing film.
Yep. And the follow-up to that was?
I don't know what the follow-up was.
There was a follow-up. Wasn't a sequel. There was a follow-up
Wow.
with Tommy Lee Jones again as Gerard.
Oh. I didn't realize that was a follow-up. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was a follow-up.
Wow.
And I'm blanking on the name.
So am I, because I was like, I remember Tommy
It's,
Lee Jones being in.
Wesley Snipes, Tommy Lee Jones, all the same characters from The Fugitive, except they're going after Wesley now for something he did. And I had it in my mind, and I just blanking on it. Well, there's only one movie they ever did together.
Maybe you know what? Now, I do remember the movie, but I don't remember the title at all.
So what they did was they did a sequel to Gerard.
Right.
Instead of doing a sequel to The Fugitive,
Right.
the sequel was continuing the story of Gerard, the U.S. Marshals. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
U.S.
Okay.
Marshals.
Yeah.
So
there
that
we
was
go.
let's continue Gerard's journey as a U.S. Marshal, and it was actually as good, or a little. Robert Downey Jr. is in it too. It's actually as
my
good
God,
or
yeah.
a little better than Fugitive, in terms of the action and the writing.
yeah.
And of course, Tommy Lee that character was made for him.
Mm-hmm. But see, this is where we were talking about how characters are sometimes made for actors and things of that nature. So
True.
This is that shift in Hollywood that we've been talking about.
Except that he's done many other roles.
Oh,
where
without a doubt.
He's a completely different guy.
Without a doubt.
I mean, you could see No Country for Old Men. He's in that too. Different role in that one. In the one where the old astronauts with Clint Eastwood and
I don't remember that one.
yeah, that's the Space Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Totally
I never saw
different
that
role
one.
again. He different character. That's not, not a movie made for him. This movie wasn't really made for Tommy Lee Jones as much as it was made for his character Gerard. But he's played other roles where you don't sit there and go, he's just playing Gerard again. Unlike Adam Sandler, where pretty much every movie, Adam Sandler's Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore 2, Billy Madison.
Well, there were a couple of movies.
Daddy, all of those.
50 First Dates probably was one that I could think of, and Spanglish is another one where he really wasn't playing Adam Sandler.
He
However,
played a little less Adam Sandler.
oh yes, because they were more of like a comedic drama.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call them romantic comedies,
No.
but they probably would be in that category. But yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so your top
My
pick as
top
far
one,
as action movie goes.
and you probably don't even know what it is. Skyfall.
It's the Bond movie.
Yes, Daniel Craig.
Oh, you forgot that I'm a big Bond fan.
Well, you don't.
I like my
Mission
martinis
Impossible, I'm
shake-
sorry.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Skyfall,
yes.
I thought was start to finish, just action packed. Never a dull moment, so to speak. I like that. I like movies that just you start and you just go to the end. There's a little bit of stuff in the middle, maybe tiny little moments, but then boom, you're right back in something fast paced. If you're gonna have an action film, that's what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
To me.
Okay, I can see that.
So Skyfall's my number one.
Skyfall's number one. Okay, interesting. So my number one pick is a movie that a lot of people like to say is actually a Christmas movie, and I will tell you that it takes place during Christmas time.
Correct.
But it is not a Christmas movie.
And I bet I could guess.
I'm sure you can. because when everybody says, "Oh, this is a Christmas movie," everyone's like, "No, it's not," and everyone's like, "It took place during Christmas." Yes, it took place during Christmas, but it has no Christmas theme in it whatsoever. And then some people are like, "Well, the character's trying to get back to his family for Christmas." Okay, you know what? I'm done. It's not a Christmas movie. Die Hard is my favorite action movie of all time. Again, with see, and even the audience members are looking at me like I'm absolutely nuts that it's not a Christmas movie. So whatever. You people who think that it's a Christmas movie, whatever. National Lampoon's Christmas is a Christmas movie. Okay. Anyway.
Die Hard does have some Christmas themes. There is a Santa hat.
Yeah.
There's Christmas music too. So
exactly, but it's not a Christmas movie. It doesn't share the Christmas spirit. It doesn't talk about the Christmas thing and all that stuff. If you want to call Die Hard a Christmas movie, then Gremlins is a Christmas movie as well.
I agree.
Okay. Then
we have agreement on
Christmas
the fact
movies.
that Chris does not know what a Christmas movie is, even though his first name is Chris, and he doesn't know what a Christmas movie is. Anyway, I think that's our show. I think we're getting messages to wrap it up.
Yes, exactly.
So that's it for Cheesy Popcorn. Make sure you watch Chris's show, which is
New on Music Row, and your show.
which is Can I Call You Dad, on the Rise Network, right here, wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you watch for the pickleball episode. It's fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And you'll be pleasantly surprised at the ending.
Yes. And those of you out in listener land, thank you so much for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, and share with all your friends. Let's grow Cheesy Popcorn into, I don't know, maybe buttery popcorn?
Ooh, how about cheese and caramel?
Chicago mix.
There you go.
I like that. We'll see you next time.
Bye.